Rambo's axe hurt. Aaron Ramsdale, look, we know that Aaron Ramsdale and David Raya, the situation is nothing new, but Ramsdale has been speaking about the situation whilst on international duty. I want to read some quotes, guys, that are in the papers today. He says, even though I'm suffering and hurting for not playing, I have to stand up and be able to push him and make sure he's ready to play every single weekend he's picked. I want to get into my club team and be able to give the England manager a headache rather than just have Jordan as number one and fall by the wayside. It's the first time I find myself in this situation. The England manager is brilliant though. He trusts the players he's worked with before, but I still want to get into my club team and give the manager a headache rather than just be Jordan Pickford. So he's speaking really well about it.
His last game was against Scotland, wasn't it? And I thought he was excellent. I know he didn't have loads to do, but with the ball at your feet, very good.
And this is the thing, he's the top goalkeeper, as we know, Ray. If we get to January and the situation's still the same, David Raya is still the number one, we've got 6 months to go until European Championships, would you advise Aaron Ramsdale stay, be patient?
I don't think he's going to get an England squad anyway.
The squad?
Sorry, he's getting a squad. Not number one. At the moment, Jordan Pickford is the main man for Gareth. While Gareth is manager, he won't be playing. Simple as that.
But then do you think... No, I think he's stuck by Jordan Pickford.
Well, he's got my Harry Maguire, all them sort of
Calvin
guys.
Phillips is getting in, isn't he?
He's very loyal.
Yeah, very, very loyal.
And I think Pickford's done a good job, but look, he was decent against Italy the other night, 7 out of 10. That's what you need from your keeper.
Yeah.
So whatever Aaron does, and I feel sorry for Aaron because I don't think he's done nothing wrong to lose his place as number one goalkeeper. But Arteta's a ruthless man. You can see Guardiola being ruthless. I remember last week I read about Thierry Henry when he's at Barcelona. When he thinks he's doing nothing wrong, he leaves him in the stand. Yeah, he changes it completely.
Yeah.
That's Guardiola.
Ruthless.
And Mikel Arteta has learnt a little bit, probably off Guardiola.
Al, you play the game at the top level. You know your career was cut short by injury, so you know how precious time is as a football player. Would you say to Aaron, if you're not number one, even though you're at a big club, Arsenal competing for trophies,
end of season,
go and play football, even if it means dropping down a level?
I don't think it'd be January. It won't be January.
It's a difficult one. It depends who comes in for you. If a top side come in for you, you might say, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Because, you know, you get a feeling, does the manager rate you as number one?
Of course.
Or are you back up? And if he's now thinking, Mikel thinks I'm back up, he does fancy Raya, Spanish and all that, he might say, I might as well move on.
I don't think it'll be January, Al.
I don't think he'll let him go in January, will he? No.
I think you're looking in the season.
It depends on injuries. A keeper can get injured. You know, like Man United or something. He's struggling at the moment, isn't he? Yeah. If he gets injured or someone gets injured, you know, you just don't know what's round the corner.
Absolutely.
But
he's just got to work hard. He's got to work hard in training.
He seems like the sort of guy, Ray, that will do that. He won't throw his toys out the pram. He'll graft.
He's got to keep in that England squad as well and work hard in the England squad. Because other players see him and the manager will say, what's he like in training? Oh, he's brilliant gaffer. He
also spoke about the tweet, you know, his dad gave Jamie Carragher some stick, didn't he?
His dad's a character, by the way.
He said his dad was on a lad's holiday and he had a few too many beers, and that's when he sent that tweet.
No, I've been at games and I've seen his dad have a few beers with. Yeah, great character, really good. He goes away games with all the fans
in the away end. Yeah,
nice. So he was nice. Jack Grealish's dad was a nice arsehole.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely guy, and he, you know, he didn't say anything controversial about Jack about he should be playing for England. There was none of that.
Yeah. Most people,
he's a nice guy.
Isn't it? Most parents of footballers are working class people.
Yeah,
sure.
So why should they change?
I think he's a paint and decorator.
Yeah, why should they change? I mean, they're very, very lucky their son's done really well for themselves, but, you know, you just enjoy it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Watching your son play football.
Sam, ending on the cricket, because, you know, like, the reason why I say that, we're not hearing a lot about cricket at the moment, are we?
No.
As in media. You know, it's all about rugby, it's all about England, it's about the Premier back. You know, cricket's been pushed aside.
Do you know what, Al? I'd even say that I don't think the rugby got too much coverage until we got to the knockout stages.
Because of the time, you know, between games.
Big gaps in between games.
But the quarterfinals were sensational.
Oh, one of the best rugby weekends of all time. But yeah, so England are playing South Africa tomorrow in the cricket as well as the rugby.
Do they have to win it?
And the good news is, well, they lost 3 games in 2019 and still managed to get into the top 4. So they've lost 2 games at the moment. So maybe not at must-win stage at the moment. but it's not too far off it. But the big talking point is in the papers today. Ben Stokes says, I'm not the Messiah, but returning star vows England will give it an almighty go against South Africa. So Ben Stokes, boys, missed the first 3 games. He had a slight injury, but he's back, he's fit, he's going to play just as a batsman. And as we know, in World Cups, that's the time now that Ben Stokes really comes alive and steps up and delivers. Who can forget that famous knock in the 2019 final at Lords, and one that maybe doesn't get spoken about as much as the knock in the T20 World Cup final late last year against Australia. Just feels like how we need someone tomorrow to step up and do something special. We've been sluggish, a little bit reckless with the ball. And with the batters, what's been so good about the team is they go hard, don't they, right from ball one, try and play super aggressive cricket. Feels like we maybe pulled away a little bit from that over the last couple of weeks. But Stokes back, just him, his presence is going to be brilliant now.
Okay, that was a look at today's back pages. Go and get down. Sam Ellard. It's
What's
now
wrong with my t-shirt, Al?
6:26.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.